Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do a collection tour, I guess you could say. It is currently August 1st, 2022, and just kind of want to show you guys where I'm at. So, go ahead and start here with the Marvel Legends. And I know this is probably what people are going to want to see most of all, so if that's the case, you can watch this and skip through the rest of the video or whatever. So, starting here with the X-Men. I just got Siren the other day. I realized she's X-Force, not X-Men, but you know, she sleeps in the mansion, looks good next to the rest of them, so that's where she'll be. But this is not a complete display. I still gotta get Iceman and Archangel and Nightcrawler and a couple others. Forge and Bishop. So moving on to the Fantastic Four here. This set, I really like this set. This is the newest retro carded set. A lot of people seem to have problems with this set as a whole, like specifically for the Invisible Woman face there. The face sculpt, in my opinion, is fine. I don't have a problem with it. I think it looks good, and I'm happy with it. So that's the one. That's the Fantastic Four I've chosen to display. The only other noticeable thing is if you look really close, the Human Torch is actually a slightly lighter blue than the rest of them, which makes no sense because they come from the same wave. But I suppose it's pretty hard to notice. You have to look pretty close, and it does the job for me. So moving on to the Avengers here. Just got this Doctor Strange. He looks incredible. That is a fantastic figure. On his little wrist display fell down. That's okay though. And I still need a Hawkeye and probably a Scarlet Witch here. And then I think I'll probably call this display good at that point, unless I happen to see something in a store that I want. But as far as ordering figures, which is mostly what I do, that'll be it after Scarlet Witch and Hawkeye. Only thing is, Hawkeye is like $100 and Scarlet Witch is pretty cheap, but I have to find a place for her. I'm thinking about elevating Ant-Man there and possibly putting Scarlet Witch in front of Ant-Man. I'll figure something out, but yeah. Alright, so this is actually a new display as of yesterday. It's just starting, as you can see. This is U.S. Agent and Captain America duking it out there, but that'll be kind of just a place for me to put MCU figures that I care to purchase. I've got my endgame display behind us here, but I needed a place so that I can continue to buy figures in the future. Alright, so moving on to what is probably my most nostalgic display, my favorite display, and that would be the DC Comics section. Can't forget the Javelin, of course. This display is really beautiful. I'm very proud of it. It's my first collection. The Justice League is the first thing I started collecting. Got the 7-pack of the main Justice League members and have replaced a few of them here and there. I got the metallic Superman and put the old head sculpt onto the metallic body, and really like that. As far as my Titans go, they're really kind of mixy-matchy. Same with the Justice League, but more heavily on the Titans. I've got some McFarlane figures, DC Direct, DC Collectibles. It's just a mix of all three, and I understand that this Wally West Flash doesn't actually go with this Connor Kent Superboy, but it works, and I like it, so I'm fine with it. Got John Constantine. I just put that cigarette in his hand the other day because I realized he's got a cigarette holding hand, which is very cool. All you gotta do is roll up some paper and light the tip on fire and stick it in his hand, and he's got a cigarette. Pretty cool. Got Goku for some reason. Alright, so this is what I am now kind of considering the Super Soldier slash Superman section. So this is gonna have a couple more Supermans as well eventually. I've got the Mafex Cyborg Superman pre-ordered and Steel pre-ordered as well, but you know, I might end up canceling that Steel pre-order and finding a new figure for right there and just putting that Steel with the in this section over here. But yeah, so I'll have a couple more Supermans, and this is a place for me to put Captain America figures as I buy them here and there, you know, when I see them. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the way that's turning out. It's a bit mixy-matchy, but that's okay. And so this is the Spider-Verse section. This is essentially just all of the comic book Spider-Verse figures. There's still a bunch that I need, like Silk and Spider-Punk, and there's quite a few actually that I would like to get, but that's okay. Don't really know why I have Tobey Maguire up there, but I like him there, so that's where he'll be. Alright, moving on to the probably the best looking display on the collection as a whole, or at least I think so. This would be my endgame display. Each one of these are all figuarts, so they're SH Figuarts, Bandai figures, and I still need a couple. I'm gonna put War Machine behind Thor, to the left of Scarlet Witch there, and Bucky will go in front of Iron Man, to the left of Cap there, and Falcon will go above Spidey, and I think that's about it. Yeah. I could get a Star-Lord. That was what I was trying to remember there. Maybe put a foot up on that rock and have him there. That's about all I care about in terms of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not really a huge focal point for me in Endgame is Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'd like to have it represented at least. Okay, so this is what I call the Marvel Legacy display. And the reason why is because I got Fox Universe, X-Men there, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 1 figure from the Sony universe, and Fox Fantastic Four, and then I really don't remember what Blade is. I think that might also be Sony. So yeah, it's kind of a mix and match there of just Marvel Legacy figures. This is actually from the second Fantastic Four movie, that Silver Surfer, and he's a 5-inch figure. But as you can see, you really can't tell. And these figures as a whole are just really pretty incredible. I mean, it goes down all the way to the individually posable fingers, and he's got a light up effect, and the Thing has got an effect of his own, but I'm not gonna pick him up to show you guys the effects. Sorry about that. But all right, moving on to the miscellaneous movie display. So this is just gonna be movies that I like, and I've had other sections branch out of this. Like I kind of getting to the point where I have a full Star Trek display, and it's just kind of branching out of this bigger section as a whole. Got the Select Homecoming Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2 there. Got the 18-inch Toy Biz Tobey Maguire. Christopher Reeve Superman. This is a Mezco, probably the most expensive retail figure on the whole shelf. Let's see if I can do this on camera. This actually comes with a couple of little pieces of kryptonite, and I don't think I can get it to focus, but there's a little piece of metal in there. And what you do with that is you stick it in here, and it's a light up display. And that's pretty cool. Alright, so one other thing is I do want to get a couple more. I'm going to replace the Nemesis Picard there, and probably replace him with a Spock. And then as well as that, elevate all these guys, the Playmates 4-inch figures, probably up a couple inches, and then put the original series Playmates figures in front of them, so that I'll have both the next gen and the original series displayed there. Yeah, moving on to Star Wars. These are my first Star Wars figures here, so that they're 3.75 inch. I believe Hasbro, but that's gonna be my Revenge of the Sith display there. And I'd like to upgrade all of those to Black Series or Figuart or whatever I end up feeling like buying. But this is the Return of the Jedi display, not including Mando. Mando is actually part of the TV display. Still connected to the Star Wars display, but this will be the TV display. We'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, got the Figuart Luke there. The rest of these are just Black Series, and I think they really, like, you can tell that Luke is just slightly taller than Han, but I think that's actually their poses. I think they line up about perfectly. So I'm pretty happy with that. I got a bunch more actually. I gotta buy this. I gotta get R2-D2, C-3PO, Boba Fett, Darth Vader, and of course Leia. Probably gonna get that Hasbro Slave Leia. It's kind of an older figure now and getting pretty expensive, so gotta save up for that one. But all right, moving on to the TV section. This is kind of all just figures that have to do with TV shows or are based off of TV shows, I should say. A lot of these figures are really good. A lot of them are terrible. Got a couple Neca figures and Diamond Select Invincible figures. Walking Dead there. Those are McFarlane. Yeah, that's about it for the TV section. We got Ash Ketchum kind of merging with the video game section there. And that's what this is. So, got the Figma Twilight Princess Link there. That is just ridiculously expensive at this point. Got the PS4 Spidey and Miles there. PS4 Spidey is also well over $100 these days, and just can't really figure out why. But I'm glad to have him, and he looks good next to Miles there. And this is actually a Figuart Mario, and I paid that and decided it was not worth the $50, so I ended up spending many months looking for this Luigi on store shelves, and ended up just finding him about this week, so I'm pretty happy with that. As you can tell, the Figuart doesn't look a whole lot better, and the articulation is not really any better either, so there's no point in spending your money on the Figuart versions of those. I'd say just buy yourself the Jakks Pacific, and you'd be happy. Alright, so that's, I do believe that's it. We can go ahead and do a quick pan of the whole thing again. As time goes on, I find myself becoming more and more happy with this display as a whole. And I think that's just because there's more and more stuff that I enjoy on it. Far from complete, and I'm always telling myself I'll make this video, but I'm always thinking that there's new figures that I need to get before I can make the video, but I realize that's always going to be the case, and I'm never going to be satisfied, so might as well show you guys what I got. Alright, well,